Hello, and welcome back to the 7 Days to Die, Episode 2. See what we can get done here today. And here we start. So, last episode, we made this little makeshift hut, and it just turned dark. It's actually 20 after into the night. And I might just sneak out here, see if we can get a little bit of wood. Go into stealth there. It keeps you a little bit more quiet. Do notice my hunger level is slightly low, not dire yet. That's one tree down. A little bit noisy. A little bit of wood there. Wouldn't hurt to get some stone. One in the distance there going. Try to avoid a conflict if we can. If that's a feral, it will detect you a lot quicker. Tell by the glowing eyes. If I had a scope, I'd zoom in and give you a look there, but glowing eyes are bad. They can hear sounds a lot further away, and they're a lot faster, especially at night. Also, not good to have your border up if you are messing around your base at nighttime as well. It kind of blocks your vision. As you can see, there's one right there in the distance. It's nice to have a clear view on everything here, but you can just go in there and pop that down. Another one there. Definitely hide that border. There. A lot better. So there's a deer and a chicken. And if there wasn't a zombie right there behind that tree, I'd probably go and try to hunt that. I could probably take him down. Maybe I'll try this. Try a couple of range shots. Grab my arrows, which I probably put in here. 3 ain't very many. I do have feathers, I believe. And wood. Make a couple more arrows. Well, 28's good enough. Perfect. He's getting very close. And that triggered him. Shouldn't have came into stealth. And that is a feral. This is going to take a couple more hits. They're a lot quicker. Another shot there. Another hit. Get some bleeding damage. And that's the end of that. See, I got a quest activated for replacing a torch. Well, that's easy enough. Let's just do that, get that out of the way. And there we go. Perfect. I don't need this here. I don't actually like having the heat level go up. Which, you make enough noise and make enough heat, you will bring in screamers. And screamers are something I just don't want to deal with, especially right now in the early game. If you can get the drop on them, they're not much of a problem, but if a screamer calls in more screamers, you can have a chain reaction, which can get very, very bad very quick. Oh. If you hear a sound in the background, it's actually a cat I have. It's about 6 months old, and it does make a lot of noise. The thing is crazy. Climbs up curtains, it climbs up window screens, it's all over the place. If I had a blanket screwed onto the ceiling, it would probably climb upside down. I do have the fan turned off. It's not super hot. Deal with this right here. Which did make a lot of background noise, and I'm sorry for that in the last episode, but I can't be in here with 35, 40 degrees. It's just not doable. Oh, we're going to make a spike trap quick. I'm noticing that in the corner. Perfect. Now these can come in handy if you're going into POIs, you want to block doorways with a spike trap. I don't really do that too much. I kind of just, run through. A lot of people hatch doorways as well. If I'm in a very big jam, I will do so. Usually it don't get to that point. I'll just find a way out. And you can take these at night. It's not that bad. It's just, you don't want to get an infection either, right? Lumberjacks are very tough as well. My stamina's low. He's gone turbo. But we took him out and we didn't get infected. That frees up a little bit of that area. Once the wandering horde don't come in, we're good. Probably wants me to place the spike trap. We'll stick it right here. I'll end up running into it, I know I will. So, have building blocks. We could put a roof onto this. I usually start my gardening plots and everything on top of a roof. And I do like to go one more higher than this, then start my roof here. So you have a 4-high room. As well as when you have your base started, you can start digging down and getting a mine set up inside of here, which is nice. Let's see if I can drop this deer. Oh, I spooked that deer. That's not good. Be a lot more careful here. I put my arrows back. Oh. So, they've added right now a lock function, which was a mod that you could download in previous versions. And it is very handy for this exact case. So I can go here. I can hit this lock and lock that into position. That way, when I drop items in, say like this will always stay here. So you can quick select and push it out. It is very handy to have certain items like ammunition and medical equipment locked into your inventory. That way you don't mistakenly push all items into a box and then not have it for the future. And I knew I was going to run into that spike. It's just a very bad location. So we're going to get rid of this. I'm not having this here. That was just to get the tutorial through. And that's gone. No more problems. We are low on health. We will use a bandage. And that heals for 25, I believe, which is decent. Eating food heals you, and over time, if you get a perk, or a level up, into... it's here. Healing factor. So, you must have a fast metabolism. Gain 1 health every 35 seconds with natural healing. Critical injuries heal 20% faster. This tree can really save you in a lot of situations. When you get critical injuries, it does make this a lot harder to get by. You can't run with a broken leg. It's just not a good thing. This one here as well. So you use less stamina when you're sprinting. It does regenerate, but basically in the long run you're using less to run from point A to point B. Also a very good thing to have. So Iron Gut, which is another good one, reduces your chance of dysentery from eating certain items like, let's see if I got one here, a sham sandwich, which has a 12% chance to give you dysentery. A goldenrod tea will clear that up, or you can wait it out. That's just some of the perks. Always good to have some medical perks on the go. I may have triggered somebody. Probably on me, maybe not. Just be some moaning in the distance. And that's a miss. That should be a hit, and that's a instant kill. You do 3.5 times more damage, and with some perks, you will do a lot more damage very quickly. Not likely. Very fast chicken. See if we can get the drop on him. He's probably long gone. Oh. That's a miss. Hard to see, but... And there's the chicken den. Her arrow back. Harvest that. When you do kill animals, a new mechanic is that the zombies will actually eat them. What are you jumping around for? You're making an awful hard target. And that's a deer den. Nice shot, right in the back of the neck. Getting some good leather out of this, which comes in handy for a lot of crafting. So, dead bodies like this gives you some nitrate, as well as some rotting flesh, which is used for gardening. You don't want to trigger any POIs right now, even though it probably wouldn't be too bad. And there goes our axe, but we do have enough to repair it. What am I doing here? Why am I in this inventory here? Let's see. There we go. So, do repair. And we're back in action with the axe. Perfect. So, pop these items in here. Still have about an hour and 45 minutes left of this. Nighttime shenanigans. I did clear the area out pretty good. They can move in. See if I can get this tree out of the way here. It's just... should be in stealth, just in case there's somebody nearby. Oh, yes. Stone tools. Very slow, very inefficient. But they get the job done eventually. Definitely need to get some food on the go here. We're going to hit up some POIs once it gets daylight. Might actually make my way there in the dark to one that looks interesting. A diner would be a good bet. If there's one in this town, because it is very small. Not gonna mess with that. I think there may be some burned zombies there. Oh, I'm thirsty and hungry. Alright, we have no water and we have no food that isn't cooked. I'm gonna make a campfire wrap. I do believe that's stones, which I don't have very many of. Alright. Let's get some stones here if we can get any. Find a nice rock laying here somewhere. Having to dig down to the stone layer would be nice. Take a while to get there. I'm just not seeing any close. Ah, there we go. Right by the riverbed. 2 of them. And a zombie in the distance. Well, you're on the right side of the river there. Or I guess in your perspective, the wrong side. We're heading right towards me, though. You're going to have a little swim here, I think. And come pester me. You are a feral. See your eyes lit up. A couple shots on you. Really don't want to be dealing with you right now. You are very fast. I'm out of stamina very quickly. And this could go very badly here. Okay, I am running back to base as quick as I can. I'm infected. I have a broken bone. Should not have picked this fight. I might be damned. I'm definitely damned. Early game, you want to take it easy. You don't want to start picking these fights. That's going to be a EXP penalty. If I had a gun or a weapon that's better than a club right now, I might have made it. My bed is way over in the other side of the town because I placed it down just to do the tutorial. So, I'm going to spawn near my backpack and hopefully daylight is very soon. Backpack's over there. The zombie is also over there. So we are going to just head back to base. Wait at the night. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. So, we do have a club that we could pop on here, level 1, just to go over there and get that. Pretty sure he's going to be lurking around still. 9 minutes till daylight, we'll wait it out. A lot of nighttime zombies actually die off when it hits daylight. And you'll still have your regulars, and some will stay around. And 4 minutes. And 3 minutes. And we'll start heading over. I don't think I need to bring the club with. Maybe a very major mistake. I probably should have brought it just in case, but... Feral is despawned. And we have our materials back. So the only thing we did lose is on the bottom there, we took a EXP penalty, which we weren't just starting after a new level, so sometimes it will put you in the red, and you just need to work off that red to get back into the purple and progress. Another thing you can do is just relentlessly go into a high-level POI and just keep on dying and dying and taking out enemies until eventually you get some decent items. You have a storm rolling in. The new storm mechanic I'm not too familiar with yet. I'm noticing there's no wet level, which used to be here. Yes, this isn't giving me no environmental resistance, so I'm going to check out this little farm area here, I believe. Start with the building. The garage. Triggered one. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. There we go. Some bleed damage, and he's dead. So we have cattle feed here, and I don't have a shovel on me. That will give you corn. A lot of corn, actually. Good for making cornbread and other items. Polymers. Very handy. Good for selling. Make a decent amount of cash selling them to the trader, and they're used for crafting certain items. A pig. Alright, we'll get our club on. These can be very tough, and these can cause you bad situations as well. But you get a lot of meat, fat, bones, and leather out of them. Not a bad trade-off. That's a new one to me, the pig troughs. So a lot of times there are items hidden, weapons bags, certain items up in the rafters, secret compartments in rooms that you can bust open if you know where they are. Some nitrates. See, there's a bag right here, as well as a lumberjack. So I've heard them called Yetis. Very common in the snow biome. And he's dealt with. Grab this little bag under here I just noticed. Bust the bridge open. And some cloth. Not really worth it, but good enough. Some more animal pens. We know we're going to be running into more animals. Possibly a chicken, which is right there. Right through the roost door. And no other chicken unless... There's one there, nope. So that is a spike trap. Could run into that. Get that right out of the way. Takes a little while, but I'd rather not run into it later. Tend to do that. Nothing under there. Oh, a rattlesnake. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Busted right through the freaking... Ah, vulture. Okay, we're getting double whammied here. Yes, mess off. Lots of animals out today to mess up the day. Also some good items. Probably messing around here trying to get some chicken eggs, that snake. Another chicken. Nothing in the troughs hiding. Nothing above. This is actually a new POI to me. I haven't actually investigated this one. A lot of the POIs do repeat. I'm not sure, but I also noticed like a black blood dripping there. That seems like it's new as well. See if we can mess with some more bees. Got lucky, no bees spawned. Some glue, very good. Probably another spike trap here if I'm not looking good. Wood piles give you a decent amount of wood for a little effort. There's 100 right there and 2 stacks. Let's see if we can make a shovel. Need 1 plant fiber. There we go. Oop. Wrong button. There we have a shovel for that corn in a bit. Now, what's the best way to go about this? Somebody's been knocking on this door. See that it was already damaged. Some books. Going to stealth mode here, see if we can get a bow shot off. Check your corners. Check your 6. Alright, so we have a Yeti. Nice shot off on him. Oh, too early. Gonna get punched. Go into stealth, move a little quicker, and he's dead. Closets. A lot of times people like to bust out of there at you. Weapons bag. Big headers for club upgrades. cloth. Some springs and some cloth and wood out of this, I believe. Be a lot better with a wrench. Seems like I'm only getting wood. No, there's some cloth. Same as beds. You get springs normally with a wrench, but I'm probably only going to get the basics. Some cloth and wood. Electronic parts are the TVs and electronics. That gives you some glass sometimes and different pictures. Off-road headlights. That's a little ways off. A cooking pot. Very good. Now I can boil water on a campfire. Check all of these. We got some chicken rations. We will eat that immediately. Also, if you didn't notice as well, down in the bottom, your health and your water gets restored after death. So you can also kind of use that as an exploit in certain cases. You'll take an experience hit, but you won't be starving anymore. And nothing else in here. Polymers. This tile there. And you hiding because I know there's going to be another one of you somewhere. Or maybe not immediately in here anyway. Get this wood. Sometimes there's items hiding behind pictures. Sorry, kitties. Loose items on the floor, even in stealth mode, if you walk over them, it will trigger stuff. Not going to mess with that. Piano. A little bit of wood out of this, but not too much. And a little bit of steel. Quick enough to do that too. Nobody in the bathroom. Check the toilet. We got some murky water. We'll definitely be boiling that off. We're not drinking that. Good way to get dysentery at a 12% chance. You can drink it, but not advised. So this definitely isn't the whole POI, but it might be. Pop the doors right off. Alright. Just some cloth here on the curtains. We will grab that. Carpeting is part of the block. Grab these curtains here. Leave nothing useful behind. And we're out of here. There should be maybe a basement hatch somewhere here. I'm not sure. Haven't had the experience with this POI yet. Could get some useful items out of this. Not messing with something that's going to take that long. Alright. A couple of things on the way here. We will grab that corn. I did not forget about it. I did grab the fuel. Perfect. And this will take a little while. Once again, once you get higher tier weapons and tools, things go a lot faster. And you're a lot safer. Do a little check there, make sure I'm recording. I've actually recorded another episode of Planet Crafter and exited out of the recording software, played about an hour, and totally forgot about it. Went to stop my recording and it never recorded from the start. So we're out of here. I'm not seeing much more that's going on in this POI. The York River Ranch is completed. do like that we got a cooking pot out of that. And let's see if we can get a campfire on the go. Start that up and pop that into the inventory. We'll quickly put a floor down so we don't have to move the campfire. And maybe we'll upgrade that. Perfect. And there's a campfire. We will pop the cooking pot up here. Put a little bit of fuel in that. This will make heat when it's running, so it can attract screamers. Turn that on, and any of our murky water can start purifying. Put that on the go. See if we got any more here. We don't. We've only got one murky water. Not good. Pop these items in here, and we are going to need another storage chest. So, storage. Or a storage crate, as they called them. There used to be a little chest, and they switched that over as well to a different item, so. And we'll just pop items here. Organization is something you do later once you have a permanent base set up. This is all going to be moved to another area if this doesn't hold out. But eventually, you'll be moving regardless. To a different biome, better loot stage, better items. Just everything's better in different biomes. It is harder, though. It's the only trade-off. So, our water's looking okay, but we'll use that. And we need to really get a water supply in there. Nice. Do I want to do this now? So I do collector. Over time it's going to collect water, which is very handy. Now I need to buy a tarp, I believe. Oh, punch the chest. Which I really don't have the funds for. So you know what we're going to do? We're first going to get this upgraded cobblestone thing done. Because it's annoying up there in the corner. And then with 10, craft that up. Put this back in here. We have our 10. And we'll upgrade one block to stone. Have it right here because having a campfire on top of a piece of wood probably isn't the best bet, as well as having it so close to the walls here made of wood, but that is what it is. Sure, nothing will catch fire. So, let's go check out this tarp at the trader, and we're going to do the buried treasure quest. Could give us some funds to start to... I'll run back here, I'll grab a stone, and then we'll do what I just said. Durability on these early items is absolutely horrid. And we'll check if we can make a tier 2. We cannot. So we're stuck with this. I'll just keep the rocks with me. Polymers. So on the last episode I said the only way to get water was a few different ways. There's another way. You can spend money at the vending machines at traders, and some are located out in the wild. So you can stock up on supplies as well as food items for dukes.
It'll be a good morning when you buy my shop, my rules. You follow.
I do believe it's a tarp
or
a... Where are you? We may not have one, actually. Which would be strange. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. This might be a progression thing as well now. That could have changed. You might have to get to a certain
Well, how about
job
you
level,
browse your
or
ass? You hungry or something? You're getting on my
maybe
nerves,
complete a quest. I'm not sure. It's because I'm going to need for the ring catcher, or dew collector. So they've actually negated that item completely now. You just need items. Nice. Pretty sure you had to buy a tarp in a previous version of this in order to make the dew collector. So I need a lot more polymers. We'll just track this actually. Polymers. I have the pipes, I believe. One pipe short. And some duct tape. And we are looking at no duct tape at all, I believe. But we do have glue. And we do have cloth. So we can make some duct tape. The handyman's secret weapon. And that'll craft up. We'll pop this right in here. We'll get some more pipes on the way and focus on making the dew collector here, I think. Some water supply would be really good. But we can get all these items at a POI to keep it interesting. So, we'll see what tier level this house is over here with the tower. There's a dog, snack, pig, man. Have to deal with another one of those sneaky snacks. Like at the ranch there earlier. Not sure if I want to mess with him. He does, right at the moment, there's some boars in there and a bunch of animals. I think some zombie Dobermans. Something I don't want to deal with the current equipment I have. So we can. Maybe we'll check out this little trailer here. As funny as it is, I'm actually recording out of a trailer right now. I do plan on streaming later. And that's a dog. Usually when there's a kennel, there's a chance of a dog. They're very fast, and they bite. Yeah. Oh, a yard sale. Oh, nice. What's going on here? Let's see if I can trigger some more enemies here, but check out the yard sale. Have a little look. See, there's a whole trailer full of tires here. Very nice. They look like they got a lot of tread left on them. No weather cracker. Very good. I actually used to be a tire recycler. We'd go around with a tow truck with a cage on back. I would go to different car dealerships, junkyards, anybody that had old tires that needed to be collected. We would put them all onto a cage and load up an 18-wheeler box full. And off to the recyclers they went. Most of the tires we did pick up looked a little bit like this one. They were pretty much done. It's actually my first job doing that. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh, come on. I was just about to look at the yard sale here. I got sidetracked by the tires. Now you gotta come along. There. That's better. Bunch of garbage on the stove ain't really a good way to sell something, but we'll just clear that off. Oh, nice shoes. Check out the shoes. Nice hoodie and some pants. Oh, some kit. Nice. Got a little trophy here for sale. Another tire. That went to them 3 that were on there. There's the whole set. Broken mirror. Oh, wait, book. What's the book? Hold on here. Oh, I didn't get to read the book. Oh, well. So we got knockdown power increase. Nice 6-pack of pop or beer. Stuff laying here. Camping chair. Whatever that was. Another can. Very, very tough aluminum can. Oh, nuclear detonation. Oh, when did that happen? Navigating Tribune. That can't be too much of a concern. Sure, nothing got irradiated. Weird looking mannequin. Just get that out of here. Hope none of you have a fear of mannequins. I dealt with it. Yes, it's a lot of old electronics. I mean, you got this old Bong VCR TV combination tube TV. It probably weighs about 100 pounds. It's pretty dusty. The old aerial there on it. Got this Toaster Express. Pretty pitted up, stainless. Maybe a little polish would fix that up. But yeah, it's you think you'd maybe clean that out a little bit before you put it at a yard sale, but also could use a little bit of brass out. We'll just take this off their hands for a little bit of brass. Melt that down, make some bullet casings. Yeah, oh, come on. Really? Oh, that is just horrible. Why wouldn't you clean some of this stuff up? I mean, the lamp's even all busted to pieces. Ugh. Alright. I'm out of here. This yard sale is not one for me. We'll continue over here. There's an oven here, just a lot of stuff. Alright, let's check out this minivan. Deal with you quickly, we'll shut that door just in case somebody else comes along. And a loot bag, nice. Some shotgun shells, brass, and a vehicle book. Check this out here, nice laptop. Alright. Let's loot this kitchen. Hopefully we get some food items. Some cooking magazines. Cornbread and goldenrod tea. It's good that I got all that corn earlier. Come on, refrigerator. Ah, some goo. Really? Some yucca seeds. Grab the polymers out of that. Some glass. You'll scrap the chair for some steel. And I'm sure there's more than 2 of you in here. Thinking this room back here might be the bathroom. Who's in the closet? Nobody's in the closet. Interesting. A medical book. Perfect. Learn to craft some bandages eventually. Not a whole lot going on in the trailer. Nice little unit, that. Park model. And we'll pop over here to this one as well. Some time left in the day. Nice radiator. Get rid of this cooler with some cans. Check out the grill. Some charcoal. Grab this bag. I'm not sure what's in it. Absolutely nothing but the looks of it, unless it was more coal. Tire on a rim. And we're getting hungry again. Hopefully we can find something to eat. I don't think there's anything in the inventory. I could eat the corn raw like that, but you don't get a lot out of it. It's better to cook stuff. Scrap them. I am encumbered, by the way, which isn't too good for stamina regeneration or running if you have to. Right. Yeah, you're peeking around the corner. There, you're dealt with. I'm just going to run through here. I'm sure there's somebody back here as well. I've also heard him called Sid, because he looks like Sid from Toy Story. A little bit. I do see the resemblance. What a horrible place for a closet. Look, it actually blocks you off from getting around. There, get rid of that door completely. Way more useful. Bathtub of goo. Medicine cabinet. And a toilet. For some more water, that's good. Always use water. Medical supplies. Some cloth. And we'll break down this leather chair. For some leather. Check out this closet. Nothing in it. Pop the doors out. And check out this little makeshift swimming pool. Oh, look at this. Not a bad little setup. A little dip here. Cool out. This little picnic table there. Get the barbecue. Not bad. Here, some clay and some pumpkin seeds. Check these buses and stuff earlier. I'm going to make a supply drop because I'm very over encumbered. We did not find a lot of food supplies or anything like that. I'm going to have to find a higher tier POI and try to get one with a loot room because I'm not getting anything at these little POIs. Daylight is burning, too. I have about 7.5 hours left till dark. And it goes very quickly, as you can see up top. Running through POIs usually isn't a good idea. You can trigger some stuff, like the burnt ones that I was talking about earlier. That's remaining the same. Ah, come on. Hot shot at me. And down with you. Somebody else sneaking up. Grab the fuel. Check out these 2 nests for some eggs, hopefully. Perfect. So meat and eggs. Eventually you can make bacon and egg breakfast, which is a very good early healing item. As you get into more advanced cooking, you unlock a lot of temporary perks from eating certain items. Duffel bag here. I wonder if anybody's ran this. Just cloth. I'm noticing duffel bags have been debuffed big time as well. Usually you only get cloth out of them. I remember getting very good items out of duffel bags before. Perfect. Alright. So this episode is going to be a little bit longer because I started off in the morning on the starting of the last episode. And I'm only going to dark just to keep it down to a decent amount of time. It takes about an hour roughly a day, depending, so unless I wanted to edit everything down, I could make a shorter episode, but it probably wouldn't be as exciting as just playing as it is. Alright, a cooking grill would be really nice. I do want to do the quest for buried treasure right now, I think. I think I might get some food items out of that, or at least some cash to get me by this night. So, I want to activate that. Toggle is active, and head to the point to dig up the treasure. A bicycle, when you get it, is very nice. But when you get gas-powered vehicles, you're not burning stamina, so you can just go right along as long as you have fuel. So I'm really hoping that this buried treasure is not inside of this huge military complex, because I really don't have the equipment to try to take this on. Not right now. There's no way. I will definitely fail. Area 7. Yeah, that's like an Area 51 type of deal. No way am I going in there. That is massive. Yeah, and that's a tier 5 too. No, not happening. I see soldiers pinned all over the place. Some random spawns that's so big that it's just bad news. I want some very heavy equipment to go in there with. Luckily, the buried treasure is just outside of it. And that's a lot of soldiers. I was here before looking at this. I'm not doing it. So we'll start the quest. When you're digging, the circle will get smaller. And certain tiers of treasure digging quests will trigger zombie spawns every time that you dig a certain amount of times. You'll hear a little chime, which we should hear in a bit. Goes by how many blocks you break. It's 3, 4. Might be every 5 or 6. I think it's every 5. So sometimes it'll bring in zombies. So if you're down in the hole and you don't have a way back up, if you just dig straight down, you're putting yourself in a lot of danger. But we did find the buried treasure, which is good. I can get that. It's a food stash. Not a very good one. And that did bring in a zombie, which could just be a random. I don't think that was triggered by finding the treasure. But it's dealt with. We'll go back here, return to the trader, give them the White River Supplies box, get a little reward. I'm glad that didn't trigger off a lot of that PFY there, that nest that close. I'm in the back entrance here. Usually get an entrance on every side. I think every POI is like that now. Or I should say trader. It is POI basically. Any point of interest.
Good afternoon, Jackie.
Right. Well, I want the machine gun, thank you very much. Pretty good reward. And mausoleums, clear zombies.
Better take this job.
I'm sure hoping that's not the mausoleum I'm thinking of.
Goddamn throat.
The one with the giant underground labyrinth.
What are you, a zombie?
I don't think tier 1 is going to have
tell
that.
you to go fuck yourself.
Yes, okay, would you
that
please
when
be
you
quiet,
didn't buy
Rick?
anything.
Such an asshole. My, oh my. Can't even listen to him. So, we got a pipe machine gun. Not the best. Not the worst. Better than nothing. Really like to get some more polymers and a metal pipe to make that dew collector. We'll do a drop off right quick. I will take the ammunition. I will lock it so that I do not have it. And I'm going to make this into a bottle of water or a jar. Perfect. I'll get the water later. I'm not too hard up. I can make cornbread as well, but I think I need a baking rack. No, cooking pot works. So water and cornmeal. Yeah, guess what? I don't have a lot of water. 2 magazines here I never read. Oh, another murky water. Hold on. 2 of them. That could be 2 cornbread and a drink. I think cornbread actually gives you thirst when you eat it, so that's one bad point. We'll need to make a piece to know. Alright, well, I'm going along. I'm sure I'll find some food on the way here in this POI, and maybe something to drink. We can only hope. But I do have a way to make some cornbread, and I have something to drink at home. So, there is that option of cooking things. That was a stealth and archery book, I believe. Okay. Grab this nest. Always grab a nest. Good to have eggs. This is not the mausoleum I'm thinking of, or the church, I should say, with the underground labyrinth. This one isn't too bad. So we'll start this quest. Open up the door. We'll run through. We'll start swinging wildly. One coming out of one of the mausoleums. You dealt with. We'll get some stamina back. Hungry doesn't help with that. And right in the back of the noggin. You're dealt with. Alright. Anybody hiding up above? Nope. Somebody is somewhere though. Probably in here. Swinging some misses. He's down. The bottom corner, once you get the 400 experience over different enemies, you will get more. That's how you know they're pretty much done. Down in the grave. Knocked them right out. Swelter's usually best sound like that. So we will grab this. Trigger another zombie, possibly outside the wall. I'm not hearing nothing. You hear some walking. Some lockpicks. That's something I use a lot of. The lockpicking mechanic in this can go through a lot of lockpicks. Somebody's up there. Pop that out of the way. Here's one fella here. Check the corners. Come on outside. I don't want to come in with you right at the moment. How about an arrow to soften you up? Right in the shoulder. Going turbo. Right in the gut. And we'll give you a little knock on the noggin. Or 2. Perfect. That went very smooth. Check out the casket. Some goo. Ah, look at you hiding up. You really thought you were gonna jump down on me. Yes. I'm sure you were gonna. A little high. And dealt with. So I have cleared the area in the top right. It says return to trader. So that's good. Shouldn't have anything to worry about here. Ah, coffee. Nice. Actually, I will take that coffee. I want that coffee. Please stop eating the pears. Thank you. Some Enforcer for Magnums. One of the good perk books. Tools Digest. stone tools, quality 2 unlocked. Good. And that's the end of here. Sometimes, like that right there, I mean, you could build blocks up to it and get it that way. I don't like using blocks and POIs a lot. You can really just, build up an entire wall along anything, really, and just cheese your way through stuff. It's a lot more fun just exploring stuff and not using any type of an exploit. These also have goo, bones, polymers into them. Not the worst thing to grab on the way. That's about that. Alright, so we did not really help our hunger out. I will eat that yucca, though. Attracting stock mod for weapons. Check out, I've already checked out these vehicles. And I've already been here. I don't think I've been in here, though. Some dukes. Yes, I did trigger a zombie to come out of here, and there's a tunnel into the house. Some corn. Grab a couple of things here. Some polymers, we're going to need them. Get that pipe as well, would be nice. A lot of these stuff, once you get a wrench, is going to be a lot easier to collect. And it is getting late. Maybe I'll run back to the trader. They do close. And you cannot enter there at night from 2,200 hours to 400 hours. Just enough time to make it back. May not get that dew collector set up, but that's fine. Would be nice to find a pipe along the way. Pistol Pete, maintenance, 9mm weapons degrade less fast. Come on, pipe. Just a pipe in the garbage would not hurt my feelings. Lots of time left. I'm just going to take an alternate route here, see if we can find anything. See, I've cleared this area out so quickly that I know what goes on here. I've been through this area before in the past. Come on, egg. Come on, egg. No eggs. Just feathers. Come on, pipe. Aha! 3 pipes. Perfect. Definitely worth digging through the trash for that. I'm going to drop this off. Hopefully. Hoping. What's our polymers looking like? 191. We have enough to make the dew collector. I'm just going to run and get this quest completed. Tier 1, and you go to all the way up to a tier 5, I believe. I think I have to run 10 of these in order to get to tier 2 quests.
Didn't we agree your first job was going to be
Well, I've
free?
already got that.
Damn.
Glue, some cornbread.
Like
Honestly,
fair.
as much as I'd like to have the duct tape, the pipe bombs can also get you in trouble if you don't throw them properly. Been there, done that. The ammo wasn't worth it. I'm going with the cornbread.
Oh look, another
Got
dumbass
400
stumbling
dukes.
into my shop.
The cooking grill would be nice, but I don't have enough for that, and that will not sell for
You
enough.
cheap son of a bitch.
I'm not a cheap son of a bitch. Your prices are too high. Damn inflation. Alright. This does not actually decrease your water level, which I think previously it did, so that's not bad at all. It's become a very good item. And we'll have this can of chili. Oh, the coffee. When I'm mining, that comes in handy because of that book I found in the last episode. So maybe I'll hold on to that and just have a glass of water. Didn't put our food level at a lot. What can I cook here? In fact, do I have any more dukes lying around? Really would like that cooking grill. Let's see, the pipes are in the box, I believe. Yep. And some tape. Let's see if we can make this dew collector. There, that gets us water on the go anyway here. And I am going to pop a roof onto this place. The lumber. Alright, well, we'll put a temporary here. There. Some temporaries down. Get us up to that height. Once you have paracord, you can actually pull that off, but I don't have paracord at the moment. It gives you higher jump heights, which can be handy because you can also fall from a greater distance. When you get into skyscrapers and such, sometimes that can happen at the worst times. And you might just have a chance that way. So dew collectors need to have light access to the sky. So if you put it inside of a building, I think you can leave one cube in your roof open and still kind of get away with it. I'd rather not. I'd rather just put it on the top and have my gardening right next to it. So in the next couple of episodes, I will make a decision whether there's going to be a move to another town. As I'm exploring this very quickly, I'm running out of options and places to go. And I'd rather have a lot more options. As well as I've been neglecting a lot of my level ups and skill points, but that will come into handy when I get to it. Sometimes saving up skill points, you can kind of figure out where you're going to go with the build. And a lot of times as well, you'll come across an item that you know you're not going to come across normally. And that might just dictate what you put skills into. There is a way to reset all of your skills with a forgetting elixir, which is very expensive, but is also an option if you want to switch over your skills. Also wouldn't matter if I used a half block here. I could make a higher ceiling if I wanted to, but we'll just go with basic blocks. It's high enough anyway. It's probably about an 8-foot ceiling, roughly. Usually the norm. Alright. So, I'll get some ladders on the go. Actually, you can just change shape. You can also build ladders, but changing shape allows you to upgrade them. Switch over to that. We will rotate. Pop the ladders down. Give them a quick little upgrade. And we'll reinforce around it. We will make a hatch as well. A hatch. One wood hatch. Jump up here. The hatch is ready. Bring that down. The arrow is a very, very good addition. These never had arrows before. You could not figure out what way it was facing. It was a nightmare. You place it down, you'd have to keep on messing with stuff. Now that the arrow's here, you know that the hatch is going to open from the front and go back. Like so. It's just a really, really, really good upgrade having that arrow. Oh, right. So I think we're going to put our dew collector over here in this corner. Putting in some hard work. Now, depending on how much water you're going through, you can do multiple dew collectors. I usually find once you start looting more POIs and focusing heavy on that, as well as I don't know why this border box is red, that usually means non-stability, but you can place it down and it's not going to cause a problem. That probably should be green. At least when you have sky access or anything like that. A lot more clear. And that will automatically collect murky water. As well as you can get some upgrades, some chillers. There's the tarp now being in the tools. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this was like this before. As well as the purifier, which automatically makes purified water, so you don't have to cook it down. So all three of these will be purified water. Having 2 of these isn't really bad. Having 6 on the go when you come along and collect probably isn't too bad of an idea. But it's not totally necessary either. Not that I've found, anyway. Sure, for certain builds and certain people, 2 or 3 might be good. You might want 100. I'm not sure there's anything stopping you from doing so. If you're making a lot of glue, which you need water for, or doing a lot of cooking, then yes, I can see having the extra water on hand. I don't necessarily do too much of that. I find what you get along the way is enough to get you by. Just finish this roof section off. And once we have a base, we can get a little bit more fancy with the building design. Like I've already said, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to be going to a different area or not. But it is nighttime. We are about 50 minutes to an hour into the night, and I'm going to have to leave this episode here because the video is just going to be way too long. So thank you very much for watching. This was SuperTac Gaming, and you have yourself a good one. Episode 3 will be out very shortly. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye.